15. Morning, guys. What's up? Checking a couple more things. Questions, ticker, someone in the comment box. And got it. All right. How's everybody doing today? We'll start here in, less than 90 seconds, guys. What's up, YouTube? Remember, guys, broadcasting live on YouTube as well. If you prefer the horizontal charts as opposed to Instagram's vertical charts. Everybody got their coffee? It's funny how you can. I'm drinking from a see-through cup. You guys see that? It's because my coffee cup is green, and I have a green screen behind me. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Blocks my head, but doesn't block the logo. That's pretty funny. All right, we're going to get started. Good morning. Happy Thursday, March 5th. The NAMO NIMO oscillators are inconsequential. VIX is at 21, which is selling. We had 830 initial jobless claims. We had a hard drop in gold at about 820, and on quick research, I was heard that was part of the bond auction. Not 100% correct, but it was part of the bond auction. We'll see if we can get it narrowed down. But if you have questions or tickers, throw them in the comment box. So let's get into it. So ES, guys, for my traders, everything looks like shit right now. So if you look, I know everything. So we're range bound with slightly bearish bias. So ES is below the bias. We just got a sell signal, but not actually. Let's go back out to the 5-minute here. We got a sell signal through the VWAP, but it was at bias. So when we have the bias VWAP together, we use the VWAP. So, and then we have downside support at 6,800. Look at this range. I know there. That's a horrible trading range. 50 points overnight. Makes it tough. RTY, same story. Look at this. It's got from high to low. You've got, it's 30 points. 30 points. Channel. Maybe we might get a mean reversion buy off of 2,600. We're sub bias price. We're in a terrible channel. And you have tight channels like this, it's tough to grab 10 points. So as a trading leader, I might just sit in there today and tell jokes and not take any trades. We'll see. Right? That's how it goes. You don't force trades. NQ is trapped in the upper part of this 25,000 range. So it's trapped in a 150 point range, which is terrible too. That's equivalent to, ES being caught in a 20 to 25 point range. So a short opportunity would be a collapse of 25,000. You could put a stop loss just above the VWAP and try to ride it down to the bottom of the box. You do have declining momentum called by my patented algorithm called the matrix. So as soon as it sweeps where my cursor is, these previous lows, low a day, and then it should drop down to the bottom box. Again, bias and VWAP are almost the same, so we're going to use the VWAP. Again, it's tough. It's easier to hunt shorts in a red box than longs. I talk about this all the time. EV, you're late. It's like 50. That's 50 burpees. What's up, guys? Over on YouTube. So as of right now, this is diamond oscillation, guys. We might get some 30-point trades, and we might just sit out of it. We'll see. We can only trade what the market gives us. Gold, did you see this shit? What was it, 8.15? It dropped almost 100 points in a matter of 5 minutes. Again, I tried to find a catalyst, but I'm being told by one of our macro experts that it was the bond auction. So sold that down. Look at this. Look at the width of this wick. I didn't make this green box after this candle. This green box existed all night long. And if you don't think for 1 minute that they're accurate, look at that. It tapped the bottom of that box, and it just shows you how many buyers sat in that box. That's why we can trade them, guys. Right? That's why we can trade them. So right now it's a short bias. We're looking for, if we get a rebound, a short off the VWAP back down, and perhaps a short at 51.46. I am still long from Friday at 50 or 5,005. I have a stop loss at 85. I wasn't able to raise my stop loss yesterday because we closed at like 51.50. So my stop loss on that trade is, look at this. Look how close I came. I'm right there. I mean, I came within a point. 1 point. Yep. I stayed in that trade by 1 point. Damn, you traded off the box. Smart. So anyway, we're currently hunting for shorts off the VWAP, or longs off the green box. In silver, don't give two shits about silver, but I'm going to give you a couple levels to watch. I broke up with silver a long time ago when my broker made it $130,000 for a contract, and the volatility was absolutely nuts. All-time high anchored VWAP around 85 and change, 85.50 with 25-cent buffer either side. We've failed it twice. This was a sell signal, and these retests have confirmed it's still a sell signal. Downside support, watch 78, 72, and definitely 71. Yep. So if you have questions or tickers, throw them in the comment box, guys. Let me change this back to XAU. Now let's check one thing. You want to see the price difference between, so on a watch list, you can see I have gold futures and then gold, and you just do the math. They're at 9 point difference. So in a contango or normal relationship, futures product would be higher. So it's, when we're talking numbers, right, it's just 9 point difference, which really, sub 10 is pretty inconsequential. Numbers are the numbers. So if you say buy 5,100, that's true for gold futures and gold spot. Now, when we get down to the smaller fractals, like 1 minute, and we really try to zoom in like we do in my war room, then we'll watch the underlying. This is all part of what I teach, guys. That's why you want to come see me. Only thing I have to say about platinum and palladium, platinum I still like 2,000 as a buy zone. I still like 1,600 in palladium, and palladium is sitting right at it. See it? It's really close. Low a day is 1653, but if you look at the underwire, I think it's at it. Let me look. Yep, 1610. So it touched the 1600 diamond or zone and then ran up. Okay, so I like swing buys in that area. Now, intraday, though, guys, you guys can see, look how the matrix trend status, you don't have to zoom fractals. That's already telling you everything from the hour down. So hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, and 1 minute is bearish. So does it for you. All right, guys, I'm going to get to your questions, and then I'm going to go trade with my guys. You could be one of the people trading with me, 7 days free. Link is in the bio for my VIP. Or if you want me trading with you, my education, you can buy the matrix and throw it right on your chart. A lot of videos that explain how to use it. It's a Formula One race car. You still got to drive it, but it's a beautiful machine. All right. Let's look at your questions. So what do you got over here? YouTube. What's up, guys? No questions over there, but if you guys have any questions, let me know. And then checking out Instagram. Quite a few of you guys on today. Glad to see everybody on. Your consistency will pay. Hey, guys, listen, I've been reached out to by a couple of people that say, hey, man, like I like your trading style, I like your information. I can't afford at this time to be in your VIP. No problem. Like, I answer everybody. I give advice and like, hey, think about doing this. Here's some strategies. Keep coming to my free stuff. I mean, I do a lot of stuff paid, but I do a lot of stuff. I do my weekend update for free for the whole trading community. I do these lives for free. So when I do my infomercials for my VIP program, that's a way that I get paid for my education. But I'm also here and happy to help folks that, either don't have the time to trade in my VIP or have questions, right? I don't leave anybody on unread. So reach out, guys. Let's see. NAS. We already talked about the NAS. Let's do it again. I like it's diamond oscillation on the top half, unfortunately. See how that 25,000 zone is? If you took a short because you believe it's going to drop, where's my shorts? They're there. Short that zone. Unfortunately, you need to be outside. So you either need to be above the VWAP here. Oh, let me switch that on. There you go. You need to be above the VWAP, so you're going to be like 100 points, or you need to be 160. Try to run it to the bottom of the box. But guess what? Guess what? This box hasn't been flipped, so it's still red, but if buyers come in, it's the exact opposite of that. That's the problem with diamond oscillation. Like, it's literally just bouncing in the box. We'll make our decision in the war room. Rasta. Remember, we watched those first couple candles to see how orders, because when New York Open happens, guys, there's a lot of orders sitting there for brokers, right? People can place the trades early, but they'll just call their broker and say, hey, place this order for me. That's why you get that volume dump, right? They're placing their orders. Knowing all this stuff kind of helps you trade, right? I never liked trading. Even when I would do my pre-market volume leaders, I trade on the 1 minute. I don't trade usually the first 2 minute candles, two 1 minute candles. You got to let those orders settle out. All right, scrolling down here, see what other questions you guys have. XLE. Yep. So we're looking at the ETF for XLE. I probably haven't charted that in a while, actually. You can see it's been a while. State Street, one of the major manipulators, right? Let's get rid of this. Okay, so what I want you to see here is, as I'm on a daily, you can see, and I know you can't see completely back on Instagram, but this, ignore the color box, that's the range it sat in since 2022, April 2022. So the significant breakout, or what we call change in trend, guys, I teach all this stuff. It's one of the benefits of being in my world. Not only can you trade with me, but I try to educate you. Is right here, this break a trend right here. So we want to set an anchored VWAP to that change of trend. That's where it decided to go a bit parabolic. Make that green. And then we have our all-time high in here. Now, we're only 3 candles, so we want to zoom into the fractals, get more candles to look, and you can see it was right there. So what I'm going to do is set the all-time high anchored VWAP there. Of course, if I was doing a full analysis for a hedge fund, I would use a lot more than this, but when I'm doing a quick analysis for my friends here on social media, I rely heavily on the anchored VWAP. So right now you have resistance at all-time high anchored VWAP at 56.59. So your next buy signal isn't until you get a 2 candle close above that. And then your next resistance point is the all-time high. This is the same always. Downside support is 50.65, which if for some reason you had a sell-off or markets sold off due to war news, a nuclear bomb goes off, that would be a great buy zone. So there you go, XLE. Guys, you can always go to my free Discord. Link is in the bio, and ask for one of my charts, and I'm happy to answer your question and share my chart so you can look at it on your computer. Copper Giant TSX. Now, they're on a weird exchange, aren't they? Yeah. I remember hang on a second. I did this one before, and I remember I couldn't find it. I'll move this over so I can't move it over on Instagram. It's on a weird exchange, so we want nope. I don't think it's one of those. They're all directional. But tag me in my free Discord and I'll help you out on TSX. New pricing for War Room's $249 a month. I don't have anybody who can't make that in a single trade. Yes, we have yearly programs also. Yeah, I answered. I mean, you asked 27 times. Well, I answered you. Yep. Yeah, so if you're coming over from Prop Firm Kids' old group, you needed to use the discount code in order to lock in old pricing. Why'd it go up? Because my education runs that war room. It's plain and simple. I'm not a fair value gap guy. Guys, you know what the problem with fair value gaps are? I'm going to show you something. Okay. I'm going to show you something. If I can get my fair value gaps, guys, watch this. That's why I make fun of them all the time. This is the only thing they use in their chart is candles. So they're candle reading. And they're like, look, guys, when you have this here and then this here, and then here's your fair value gap, because that's the difference between those real buys, and then that's where that's the liquidity pool, and then this is where smart money's going. No, that's all bullshit. The problem with it is they're using one layer of confirmation, and it happens to be a candle. Right? I know what candle patterns mean. I'm educated in it, right? And they're using these gaps within wicks and real bodies and all this stuff. I would never run a group, even with correct education, like this is a doji, right? This pattern here is called a shark. See it? Can you imagine me just, okay, guys, that's a shark pattern, so that means that we're going to sell off, and then this is a doji, and that's compression, and you can't do it. What do we do in my war room? Price. So candles price gives you high, low, open, close. Volume. Tells you everything. It's the gas pedal. Now I have 5 things to talk about. We have EMAs, which give signals, right? We have momentum. We stack layers of confirmation in my war room so that we are successful. You can't use one layer of confirmation and go, this works. No, man, it's freaking gambling. All right. Let me go back over to YouTube real quick. Hey guys, be careful with Bitcoin. I think this is a bear. I think it's a bull trap. Look, don't start buying this shit. The most it's going to run up to is 86, and I don't even know if it does that. This is a strong buy. I think it's a better buy down here at 59 to 60. It's being manipulated right now. I don't like it as a buy. I think it's going to be a bearish continuation. If you can't see it, there it is. Oil. Yeah, look, this is very bullish for oil. This close above the all-time high anchored VWAP Nino. Right there, 77. So you could build a trade plan in and around that, right? Where we're buying, then use that, stop loss, what you're doing, and then try to trail it upwards. As this war continues, I think $90 to $100 is potential. So this is actually, if this closes here today, and you can actually go down the smaller fractals, the 1 hour, and play it tighter. But a close here today is an aggressive buy. A close above it tomorrow is a confirmed buy. All right. I got to run, guys. If I didn't get to your ticker, I already covered it and you're late. Or you can go to my free Discord and ask me questions there. I'm going to go trade with my VIPs. We'll make some money today, guys. Have a good one.